So this should be day 303. And I want to talk to you a little bit about money, like my money journey right now, what I'm kind of navigating. So I've been a little bit quiet about the money program, but that's because I'm doing the inner work behind the scenes. So I wanted to share that with you today. I want to share that with you because I think this is something, especially those who are entrepreneurs and you're running your own business, is something that you may have experienced yourself in the past or currently experiencing. And I just wanted to kind of share my process of like what I've been doing and how I've been navigating. So just a little bit of background. I run my business. I do run it full time, but I also clean Airbnbs here at the property as a caretaker. And so that has been an extra source of income that's been coming in. That's helped me, especially to catch up from the past couple of months, because earlier in the year, I hit a really low point in terms of like money, and I was actually pretty broke at one point. And I find that when I am in a place of like not having any money, I immediately go into a state of lack. And I can sit there and do like all the inner work, but when I look at I look at my bank account and I'm like $0, I can't be like, ooh, grateful for that $0. It's really hard to like kind of shift through that. And I honestly don't think there's anything wrong as entrepreneurs, as coaches, to get additional help and get another source of income, whether that is picking up another job, a part-time job, or whether that is open to receiving other ways, such as like a personal line of credit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because that will allow you to tap into abundance and to tap into freedom, to take that weight off your shoulders. And so that being said, since I am leaving I'm leaving the place where I'm living in, which is a caretaking cleaning position, and moving into a different space, which won't have that position anymore. So that stream of income that I guess was like steady and I was expecting it is now gonna change. It won't be in my reality anymore from this particular cleaning position. And it's been dwindling because as we are in slow season here in Tofino, there hasn't been as many cleans. And yet I still have things that, things that I need to pay. So such as like, my bills, right? My car, my phone, my insurance, and now I'm going to be paying rent for the new place. And so with this whole idea of one source of income leaving, which I know it's the universe's way, like one chapter closed, there's going to be another door that opens. I trust that. I trust the universe in that. But what I realized is when I launched the money program, I kind of went and I put way too much pressure on it because of this fear of like, oh, I don't have another source of income. I don't have something coming in like no other, completely no other, but not the financial abundance I desire to feel for my ego and my human to feel safe and to feel at ease. And I realized that. And then I was like, okay, I need to take the pressure off this program. I need to take the pressure off and not just like kind of like put it all on it. And so I decided to take that step back, and I was like, okay, I'm open to receive whoever comes into this program. Really, like whether it's like 1, 5, 10, whoever, there's no number. I am just excited that I'm launching this program and that I get to have amazing humans to come in, whoever they are. And so then I started thinking, okay, I'm putting all this pressure, but I don't want to go through what I went through in the beginning of the year. That chapter of my life, I learned the lesson. And yes, it was shitty to go through it, shitty feeling broke and not having any source of income. But it's not something I want to repeat. I went through it. It's done. And I got out of it, and I know if I go through it again, I'll get out of it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. This is how I'm facing this fear. Which actually, it's not a fear anymore. It's more like, no, we went through it. We did it. We did it, and that's it. So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, how can I take this pressure off my business? How can I take the pressure off that my business is the one that needs to make the money? Because it's not necessarily like my business or my clients pay my bills. I pay my bills. So how can I support myself, and how can I ease my human to feel safe and not feel like it's in survival mode? Because the minute I tap into lack, then that is the energy that radiates off of me. Whereas, if I feel like abundant and I feel I have more than enough money, and my ego feels safe, then I'll continuously tap into abundance, and I can compound that energy. And by compounding that energy, then that just kind of exponentially, it grows. So I was like, okay, universe, I'm like, the cleaning gig, it's done. So show me other ways for me to make income. Show me other ways. And I was like, okay, I'm open to like anything that I can do, like maybe 5 to 10 hours, or, like something like 5 to 10 hours, like one thing where I can like work from work from my phone or my laptop. So that was like one idea I had. I was like, like maybe like support other entrepreneurs and like do some like admin tasks that they need. And so I was like, okay, like I'm open to something like that, and show me other ways that I can make income. So then it just freely comes in, and I'm not fucking stressing. So funny enough, I did receive one offer so far as a social media manager to help out an entrepreneur. So we haven't hashed out the details yet, but this is just like the universe, like me telling the universe, like, here's what I'm open to. And then the universe being like, here, it's what you asked for. And I was like, cool, done. Thank you. And so I'm kind of still navigating that, and I'm still like kind of working on bringing in different sources of income so that the pressure is not all on my business. And my business, whenever it becomes to get to a point where it supports my investments, my bills, and then some, when it gets to that point, it will get to that point. I trust it'll get to that point when it's meant to. I just don't want to put the pressure on all of it now. Because by putting this pressure on, then it gets me in that space of like lack and scarcity. So open to receiving different sources of income, even passive income. I told the universe, I'm like, I'm open to passive income. Like if it's just me like sitting on my ass and getting money in the bank account, like show me how that is possible. Because as a projector, I want to play more, nap, chill, rest. I want to be able to balance my schedule in a way that's in alignment with me and not get stuck as a generator. And so, so that is kind of like what I've put out there. And then there's a few other ideas I have, especially when I make the big move, which I will keep that little hush hush. But when I make the really, really big move, I have some other ideas too. Again, it is like the ideas are in my head, put them out in the universe. I'm like, okay, if the invitations come through, then I will follow through with invitations, right? Because as a projector, we can have ideas of what we want to do, but we still have to wait for the invitation. So that is like kind of something that I kind of foresee. I'm like, if the invitation comes through, then that idea is meant to be, and it will be. So this is kind of like what I'm navigating behind the scenes, why I haven't really like pushed out the money program like fully, because I don't want to put it in the energy where I'm like putting all like my low batteries. So I didn't want to like talk about the money program or anything like that when I'm putting all the pressure on it. I don't, because that was going to be the energy was going to come through to you guys. And that was just like, no, this is not in alignment. It is not in alignment like with me, with how I want this program to come through. And so this is just showing you that, one, I'm doing the work alongside with you. I'm doing the work simultaneously. I'm always embodying it. I'm always learning. I'm always branching out. And and just like getting curious about myself, getting curious about my triggers, my wounds, and all that. And I'm not perfect. And yes, I have a money program, but like, and I've done a lot of money healing. I have, to be able to be at that place to like guide you. But it's like, it's not fully perfect because nobody's perfect. We're always continuing and growing and evolving and doing all the things. So wanted to kind of come on and share that with you today. Let me know if this resonated with you. Let me know if you are at a place like similar where I am, where you're just like, oh, like I feel like I'm putting so much pressure on my business or whatever other source of stream of income, whether it is you're putting all your pressure on your full-time job and you have this fear that, well, what if that job, like what if you lose that job? So you're navigating the fear of that, or losing that stream of income. And so let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And other than that, I will talk to you guys soon.